For over 2 decades, the Fast and Furious franchise has carved itself into cinematic mythology. It began with stolen DVD players, late-night street races, and the glow of undercar neon. It evolved into heists, global threats, gravity-defying miracles, and a celebration of loyalty stronger than steel. Fast X Part 2 carries the weight of all those years. The laughter, the triumphs, the betrayals, the heartbreak. Every mile driven and every family member lost along the way. This film does not merely continue the story. It remembers the past. It questions the present. It stares into the future, the uncertain future of a family that has survived everything except time. Tonight, we walk through that story together, not as spectators, but as witnesses to the final stretch of a legendary road. Settle in, take a breath, let the engines hum in the distance. This is a long story, a journey through emotion, memory, destruction, and the hope that even shattered families can still rise again. Dominic Toretto has been called many things over the years. A racer, a protector, a criminal, a leader, a warrior, a father. But in Fast X Part 2, he becomes something new, a man haunted by the totality of his choices. Vin Diesel plays Dom with a gravity rarely seen in the franchise. His voice, once confident and unbreakable, trembles with the weight of memory. Every word feels carved from stone. Every silence feels heavy with ghosts. Dom is no longer the invincible giant who could lift engines with his bare hands and walk through fire unharmed. He is older now, quieter, more reflective. He carries a sadness, not of defeat, but of clarity. For the first time, Dom looks backward more than forward. He sees the roads he took, and the ones he should have avoided. He understands that every enemy he made now returns, each carrying the consequences he tried to outrun. This film is his reckoning, a reckoning with love, with loss, with leadership, and most of all, with himself. Jason Momoa's Dante Reyes returns, not as the wild, flamboyant figure from Fast X, but as something far more terrifying. Here, Dante is not a madman. He is not a cartoon. He is not chaos for the sake of chaos. He is pain sharpened into purpose. Dante is the ghost of Dom's past, a reminder that every heist, every mission, every victory comes with a cost. He stands not simply as an antagonist, but as the embodiment of unfinished consequences. Momoa plays him with unnerving precision. The bright, manic smile hides a storm of grief. His elegance hides rage. And behind his theatrical laughter lies a man shattered long before this story began. Dante does not fight to win. He fights to make Dom understand his suffering. He fights to drag Dom into the same emotional abyss he has lived in for years. What makes Dante unforgettable is his clarity. He believes he is right. He believes that Dom's family must crumble so his own can finally rest. In Dante, we see the mirror of Dom, two leaders built from love, twisted by loss, driven by loyalty, and determined to write the final chapter of their war in blood, fire, and memory. Letty Ortiz has always been a warrior, but in Fast X Part 2, she becomes something more, the emotional anchor of the entire saga. Michelle Rodriguez delivers a performance layered with defiance, compassion, and quiet heartbreak. Letty is tired, not tired of fighting, but tired of watching the man she loves carry burdens meant for two. She challenges Dom. She confronts him. She stands beside him, not as his shadow, but as his equal. Letty's story is one of survival. She endured amnesia, resurrection, manipulation, and near-death countless times. And yet, she stands. Not because she is invincible, but because she refuses to surrender. In this film, Letty becomes the voice Dom refuses to hear but desperately needs. She reminds him that leadership is not carried alone. She reminds him that family is not something he must protect single-handedly. She reminds him that he is still human, even when he tries to be a legend. Their love story, often overshadowed by explosions and stunts, emerges here as a quiet, powerful force. Two broken souls choosing each other again. Two warriors fighting the world, but refusing to fight each other. The Fast family expands and contracts with each film. But in this chapter, the writers treat them with unusual intimacy. Roman wrestles with doubt. Tej confronts his pride. Ramsey questions the ethics of technology misused. Each character is forced to look inward rather than outward. For the first time in years, the family is not invincible. They fracture, they argue, they make mistakes, and in those moments, they feel more human than ever. This vulnerability strengthens the narrative. These characters, often overshadowed by Dom's looming presence, gain emotional depth, humor, and quiet tragedy. They are no longer just the comic relief or the technical experts. They are individuals with insecurities, hopes, regrets, and dreams that extend beyond Dom's mission. This shift transforms the film. It becomes not just Dom's story, but the story of a fragile family struggling to stay whole. Fast X Part 2 is built on 3 pillars: legacy, loss, and redemption. Legacy asks, what do we leave behind? Dom's legacy is not the cars he drove or the battles he won. It is the family he protected, the people he inspired, the loyalty he cultivated. Loss asks, what does it cost to keep going? Characters in this film finally feel the weight of 20 years of warfare. Friends dead, allies betrayed, homes destroyed, dreams abandoned. Redemption asks, can we ever escape our past? The film says yes, but not without scars. Every character here seeks something: forgiveness, closure, purpose, freedom, and the film respects their journeys, giving each arc a sense of direction and emotional payoff. Fast and Furious is defined by its action, but in this film, the stunts feel different. They are not louder, they are not bigger, they are not more absurd than previous entries. They are more meaningful. Every chase is a metaphor for escape. Every crash is a consequence. Every explosion is a sacrifice. The film respects physics when it needs to and breaks them when emotion demands it. This balance between realism and spectacle creates tension, excitement, and impact. The action does not drown the story. It amplifies it. Dom and Dante's confrontation is not just a battle of strength. It is a battle of ideologies. Dom believes in unity. Dante believes unity is an illusion. Dom builds families. Dante destroys them. Dom seeks redemption. Dante seeks justice twisted by grief. Their collisions, verbal and physical, feel like showdowns between gods of opposing philosophies. Each believes he is right. Each believes the other must fall. Their final confrontation is less about fists and more about truth. Truth neither wants to face, but both must. Fast X Part 2 does not tie every thread. It does not close every door, but it signals a shift. A turning point that acknowledges the franchise cannot outrun time forever. The story leaves room for continuation, yet allows fans to feel a sense of closing chapters. Characters evolve. Motivations shift. The future feels uncertain, and that uncertainty is powerful. It respects its characters. Because for the first time, it respects the journey. It reminds us that behind every explosion, behind every race, behind every mission, lies a story of people trying to hold on to something worth fighting for. This film honors the heart of Fast and Furious, not the physics-defying madness, but the unbreakable belief that family, however fragile, is worth protecting. Dom Toretto stands at the edge of the road, his future uncertain, his family bruised but breathing, his legend intact, his heart exposed. And as the engines fall silent, we are left with one truth echoing louder than any roar of horsepower. Every road has an end, but families, the real kind, the chosen kind, they live far beyond the final mile. This saga may be nearing its last lap, but the legacy it built, the legacy of loyalty, courage, and unity, will never fade.